Now, obviously, you never want to see anyone hurt, but there is an injury that could impact the Vikings' pursuit of the number one overall seed in the NFC. Tom Pelissero, NFL Network, go. Eagles star quarterback Jalen Hurts' status is in doubt for Saturday's game against the Cowboys because of a sprained throwing shoulder suffered in the third quarter Sunday, sources tell me, Rap Sheet Mike Garafalo. The injury isn't considered long-term. And Hurts did stay in the game against Chicago through a 68-yard laser to A.J. Brown, I believe it was, later in that game. So he toughed it out, but his status for the Cowboys game in that big-time showdown game is sort of up in the air right now. And also, we've seen a couple of places. I think it was Jordan Schultz reported that he's expected to miss the rest of the regular season potentially. Now, for the Eagles, they can secure the 1 seed with 1 win. All right, so for the Vikings to overtake them for the 1 seed, the Eagles have to lose out and finish 13-4, and then the Vikings have to win out and finish 14-3. Remember, the Eagles allegedly have the tiebreaker. So if they beat Dallas in Dallas on Christmas Eve, then Jalen Hurts does have a chance to just sit the remaining 2 games, and actually three weeks because they would have the bye, and then fully get that shoulder ready to rock and roll. Now, is it possible that the Eagles could potentially go 0-3? I mean, you do have a couple of tough games. You got Dallas sort of reeling after that loss to the Jaguars, but they're going to try and give Philly a phenomenal game. The Saints are suddenly back in the playoff race. I mean, sure. And then the New York Giants may have to win Week 18 to stave off the Lions or the Seahawks or some other team nipping at their heels for one of the wild card spots. And for the Vikings, I mean, you do have those Giants 8-5-1, hungry, trying to get it done on Christmas Eve. And then you do have the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers and at the Chicago Bears. Of course, they would love to piss in the Vikings cornflakes. But could the Eagles potentially go 0-3 with Gardner Minshew at the helm? Probably not, because, I mean, look at this freaking guy, right? But it's a non-zero chance. And speaking of non-zero, so the Eagles, according to 538, are 99% and some change to secure that 1 seed. So they just, again, the Eagles just need 1 win out of their next 3, and they got it. They'll give the Cowboys and the Niners a 0.4% chance of getting it, because the Cowboys, if the Cowboys win out and the Eagles lose out, the Cowboys actually win the NFC East, which would be hilarious. Sort of the same situation with the Niners, because the Niners would have a better conference record, and then the Vikings, of course, need a game clear of the Eagles. So winning out and finishing 14-3 while the Eagles finish 13-4. I mean, it's still a long shot. It is still an absolute long shot, but there is a non-zero chance, especially with Jalen Hurts. I mean, respect. Hurts should be, him and Mahomes should be 1-2 in terms of the MVP race. And also, this could open up the door if Hurts does miss 3 games for Justin friggin' Jefferson. Because say Mahomes has a couple of bad games, and then all of a sudden Jefferson goes for 2K, and the Vikings steal the 1 seed, and Jalen Hurts has been on the shelf for 3 games, they would have to consider it. Like, the haters and the losers who vote on these things would certainly have to consider it. But getting ahead of ourselves, we'll see what happens with Jalen Hurts' shoulder, but 1 game at a time. If the Eagles lose to the Cowboys, Vikings take care of their business against the Giants, all of a sudden it gets a little interesting. It would certainly get a little bit interesting in the race for the 1 seed. But your thoughts are thoughts. Jalen Hurts hurt. Vikings 1 seed? Question mark? Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.